but there's a whole lot of challenge around what we do and who we represent and who we minister to, and how we actually seek the forgiveness in our false sense of security that we didn't run residential schools while we were part and parcel of it. Thank you very much. We still have a legacy of things to redress there. So I think there's some encouraging and exciting things that come out of that. And I want to ask you the question that comes out of a movie, because that's the level of my cultural sophistication, but film is The Guardian. Kevin Costner. How many have seen it? All right. Seen in that, all the people in the American Coast Guard, I think they have 35,000 people, and only about 290 of them are wise or foolish or brave enough to actually jump out of helicopters into the water. I think that's the figure that they give in the film. And so he's to train these people. He puts them all through grueling things until he trusts that they will actually be able to do what they're going to do. He has them line up against the pool. And I repeated this story in a conversation. There was about 60 of us talking to Jimmy Carter and Bill Clinton and preparing a New Baptist Covenant around social justice, which is meeting in Atlanta at the end of the month. Mexicans, Canadians, Americans are going to talk about social justice in North America. I'll talk to you more about that later on. Question of Kevin Costner, in his character, training these people, asks these people this question, which I asked the church, Saskatchewan and beyond. He said to them, when, not if, when I am drowning, will you come and save me? When I am drowning, will you come and save me? Yes. Yes, sir. Yes. This is it. When I am lost, will you come and find me? Yes. When you're lost, we will come and find you. You know that autobiographically, each of us can say, we can drown. Redeemed by living God and by the agency and efficacy of his body. And we can be lost and reclaimed. But I ask that of the churches here. In all sorts of wonderful ways that I have learned today that I will share with others, in which you give and model and serve. When there are those who are lost, will you save them? In the strength of God, not your own. And when we are drowning, will you also come and save them? I'd like us to just take some quiet with those thoughts. And as we're in that quiet, I'm going to read some words of Scripture and a prayer from William Carey, which is a blessing on the church. And it wasn't actually because it was William Carey. This is not, sort of kosher Baptist appropriate person to read. Wonderful book here, 2,000 Years of Christian Prayer. It invites us into some reflection on how we witness and how I've heard you witnessing in your community. So I'm just delighted in that. Let's just be still for a minute. And I'll lead us in Scripture and prayer at the beginning of the community.